Hi guys, okay, take two. My first one failed. So I found my things that I wanted to do. So these are Dollar Tree pens. Get 12 pieces. They come black or the blue. I personally like writing with blue, but a lot of people like writing with black. And I know this is a left-handy one, and then this is just regular. Now, it's great to use. I know I fought because I did not have a screwdriver to go around. I was trying to do this with my fingers and it didn't work. So if you have a screwdriver, it'll help you roll it around there, or if you have a skewer or knitting needle. I don't knit and I don't have any skewers. I looked and I wish I had a little longer one, you know, because this is 4.5 inches. Oh, well, I've lost that little scribble scrabble because I cut that off on my first paper. So you need 3/4 inch wide by 4.5 that goes into these pens. And what I printed was Algerian on Windows, font size 20 for the name. Now this would be great to personalize for, you know, co-workers, grandkids, heck, yourself, anybody who steals your pens. So I made about 60 of these years ago for a fundraiser that we did at our spay and neuter thing, because you know everybody wants to steal your pens, and it's not hard. All you do is take your stuff out, and then I use the pen to poke through the top, because you won't have this paper in there. But since my paper's in there, well, okay, so that's that. And what it really looks like is, we'll do one plane. So take out the back and put it somewhere where you won't lose it. And then use your cap, push the top out. Again, put it somewhere where you won't lose it. You know, I lost it. And then this is one that I just used with some scrap paper. And if you have, this is a great thing for your little scraps. Now I have found that the thinner the paper, I think, because this is 32 pound, and my original one, which was regular paper, I had put masking tape on here. Like I said, this has been a good 8 years that I made these. This is just regular copy paper. And then, because I did, you know, 2 lines, so that way you saw the thanks for supporting and then making spay neuter assistance in there. And I just put what you dinky masking tape in there. But I have found that, oh God, here we go, that the thinner paper works great. Excuse me. You come down here, turn the lights on and the heater on, and well, your friends come to visit. Oh, they're not my friends. But I just cut, this is, I don't know, this kind of does feel like 32 pound. Anyway, I thought it was the 26, but we're going to see. Oh yeah, I'm taking the end off. But the thicker, the hardest thing is rolling the paper around to get it thin enough to go into the hole. Because when you're trying to put in there, mine would bend, see, like that, and then I couldn't push it through anymore. So, like I said, I had a few fiascos, but I'm like, I did this before, and I did not have this problem. So, oops, I need this to poke that out. Oops, use the right end. So the thing is to get this wound thin enough to get it to go in there, so you don't have to push, you know, to dent it, because once you start denting it, you can forget it. It's not going in there. So we put those up there, and then we're going to try. All right, so I got this because I found that this helps me roll my initial roll. Now, and if y'all have those special cigarette maker rollers, I don't know if it's this long. It's been a long time since I used one of those. But like I said, this just helps. And if you have a knit needle or the skewer, it will be, you know, longer than 4.5 inches, so you'd be able to really get it. But this way, you get the paper to bend, to go around, and then get it in there, even if you have to kind of squish it almost all the way, not really flat, but doggone near. And you just got to work it a little bit, and then try not to bend it, but keep the ends rolled back there. And that's where I come into my problem, because I want to bend it. And then you slide it in there. See, you see that bend? So you slide it in there, and then where's my thing? And then this, when you put this in there, and then the back part. Now this, this is going to be right here, but when you put this back part in, it's going to push it down enough to where it almost covers the, the thing. Now, if this bothers you, I know you're going to tear your nails up too. Until you get the system. Now, if this bothers you, get your long doll needles out and gently try to go in there and get the side. Oh, there we go. And you saw it went out. I pushed it all the way down. Now you have, the top. But, where's my lid? But, your lid's going to be, well, you're still going to see. But anyway, but that's a great way to make little personalized pins for any little things that you're giving away. Oh, golly. Any little, oh, wrong end. Stabbed myself. Sorry. It's not a squeak toy, it's me. All right, so now let's do this. And like I said, what I did, this was the Ginger Journals Bohemian Christmas, because I like that. And then I just set my whatcha-dinkies borders at the smallest, which is 0.3. And then again, I did Algerian for the font style, and then the font size 20 to do that. And the reason I used Algerian is because, you just want something that has the same amount of, size for capitalize. Because if you do upper lower, well, and then you have any dangles, well, you can't read the name. So that was the whole reason behind all that, if you're wondering. Okay, and then I want to cut this so I can use, y'all know I gotta have some spare. Okay, and then let's see. This is not straight, so let me go ahead and so it's gonna be 3/4, which if I pull it to this line on my little thingy, I should be okay. So I know I got all kinds of little scrappy nonsenses. Okay, so anyway. And then I want to do it 4.5. So, and I just centered it when I did it. I know you waste some paper, but if you're going to do a bunch at one time, it's just easier. Especially when names are all different sizes. So I want to, 4.5. I know, got to make sure I'm looking at the right thing. 4.5, 4.5. So I'm just going to, put it to where it looks like it's in the center of 4.5. And then I'm going to come and get my 3/4 of an inch. And I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to come and chop a little more off of the top, just so I can have a little more on the bottom to wrap around. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing here. I need 3/4 of an inch, but I need... and then I've tried to like double it up. Now, if you have thin stuff, like maybe thin wrapping paper, you could probably double it and then roll. I did use masking tape on the back of the other thing, so I would think if you would have some thinner paper, that might be why. Like I said, I don't know why I did it. I didn't make myself any notes because, well, I wasn't planning on, I don't know, doing it again. Or I thought I would remember enough, but no, yeah, shoot. Maybe back then I had some brains, but Lord, not no more. They went away. So like I said, I'm just bending, the paper to get it onto the circle so I can come and circle in to get a tighter roll to get it to go inside. And then this is the one good thing about this, is if you do personalize it and you have, you know, a friend or coworker or granddaughter that's left-handed, you can put it in and make it a lefty for her. I know. And so there's a that. And let's okay, so now, oh, I used my needle. I'm trying to remember what to do. Now you could cut it long, but you can't really cut it longer because, I mean, you got to be able to have room for that thing to go in your end. And got to be careful when you're doing this because you will pierce your paper. So let's see, put that in there, and we'll put her back in and see if it pokes it down enough. And that's good enough for me. I'm not going to fight with it anymore. But see, look at that. Isn't that cute? So you can just make some little matching sets with any of your things that you're doing. And we'll do another one. And it's a great thing to do year-round. Or, you know, so if you give somebody a little journal or something, a little notepad thingy, or, you know, anything like that, you can always throw a pen in there. Or, you know, heck, someone would love getting, if you do like little Secret Santas or just little things every day or something, happies, somebody would, that you work with, or I mean, someone at church or just wherever would love to get something that has their name on there. And like I said, if you are a lefty, oh, you finally get something with, you know, the print going the right way when you're writing. I know, like I said, this is what takes the longest, is to, you know, to roll it and try not to bend down here, because that's just a bad habit of when your fingers go back there, to bend that you know, section, that part. And you don't want that, because that's what gives you grief when you're trying to put this in here to get it to go in there fast and easy. Oh, see, mine bent. Can you see the little bend there? Oh, I did mine backwards. Crap. I know, here I am. I knew I rolled it backwards, but I forgot. See, because I don't have any memory retention anymore. God help me, please. All right, now let's try this again. Come on, baby, go in there. There we go. There we go. Yeah. So just make sure you have it going the right direction when you're putting it in there. And where's my pen? The end. And then, you know, also, if anybody, you know, they really like their stuff and they're like, oh, you know, my ink's gone. Well, when you buy, you know, these little packs at the Dollar Tree, just pull the ink out and shove another one in there. But now, isn't that quick and easy, cute and simple? I know I'm choking. I need some water. And something that could be, you know, a great little extra gift, like I said, either alone, just plain, or putting their name on there. And like I said, you know, the reason why it's this way is because I'm lefty and I made these for me. And then that way they have their name. And it's a great promotional thing if you're doing something for work or some church thing or whatever. I mean, just, there's so much you can do with them. And like I said, if you use, you can even use your little scrap papers and do that. Now, if you had a skewer, which is, you know, thinner than this, because I don't think this is going to fit in there, but I'm going to try. Oh, it might. No, darn it. Well, it does. Well, I'll be darned. Okay, so you could put this in here, because it does fit, just to kind of smooth out. Oh, well, shoot, I would use this instead of the needle. Yeah, use your thingy. But that way it will smooth out your paper in there. So I'm going to go back and do that, since I just had that brainstorm to see if it fit, and yes, it did. And, well, because I see it, I don't know if you can see a little dent in there. So let me just go ahead and do this while we're here. Well, come on, you. There we go. And then we're gonna shove you in there and just go around, so that way it takes all, oh man, that works so good. So that way it takes all your the little wrinkles out. Oh yeah. So don't worry about pushing this down. Use your screwdriver. Oh, put the lid on it, Candace. Do your screwdriver to go around. You know, unless it works and rolls great the first time. I mean, hello, it could happen. And then just, oops. I know my paper's going around, but yeah, now that lays nice and flat in there. Well, by gosh, I know I'm going to have to get a screwdriver and put it in my my little project bin, so I'll know to, this is what I used. Because this is in my little toolbox. But there you go. Oh, and I put it in backwards. So this is for lefty. Oh no, this is lefty. I'm bad. So this is for lefties. For lefties, because the names are that way. Now, if it was for righties, it would be going, you know, their name would be going this way. But it's a lefty for me. And then this is just plain little papers that, you know, if you're just giving a gift to somebody, or Secret Santa or whatever, or selling them at the fair or whatever, you just, you know, get a little piece of paper. You could always put on there Happy Holidays, or, you know, just, I don't know, journal pen, something. But anyway, let me move them up here so you can kind of see. But there. I mean, it does not take long, and you just get all your stuff cut out. And I gotta clean my pad. I did my splatters on my little pockets. I gotta make the journal, but just, you know, get your things cut out. I mean, these should be the same size everywhere. And like I said, it's 3/4. Oh, here we go. 3/4 by 4.5 inches long. So this is 3/4 wide by 4.5 long. And then this is the font, Algerian, and the font size was 20, and that just fills this whole thing up. Now, if you want to go down to 18 and not have it fill the whole thing up a little smaller, that's fine too. But that's what I had, because that's what was on the other thing. So, but yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's our quick and easy for today. And like I said, get a screwdriver. This thing, I mean, I think all of these are about the same. So this is 3/16, not quite 1/4 of an inch, but that's the perfect size to go in the hole in here to pull out any wrinkles, to really make it good. So, oh, and we'll put this here. And that's our little quick and easy. Let's see if I can get that to sit like that. I know it's not going to show, because anyway, yeah, I know, don't even get me started. So I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing some of your time. Thanks for sharing some of your day. I will see you on the next video. Lots of kisses, lots of love. Y'all have a great day and a blessed day. Bye, guys.